Choosing the right mix of stocks and bonds can be one of the most basic yet confusing decisions facing any investor. In this lesson, we will discuss stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and home ownership. Stocks and bonds are two common types of investment. Stocks give you a partial ownership in a corporation, while bonds are a loan from you to a company or government. Meanwhile, a mutual fund is a company that pools money from many investors and invests the money in securities such as stocks, bonds, and short term debt. Lastly, home ownership basically means owning a house. Owning a house comes in several steps, such as planning for a house and many more.
Hi, my friend. I want to buy a stock in your company.
Sure, my friend, but let me explain to you what is tax. Plain and simple, stock is a share in the ownership of a company. Stock represents a claim on the company's assets and earnings. As you acquire more stock, your ownership stake in the company becomes greater. Whether you say shares, equity, or stock, it all means the same thing. By the way, you can earn 10% interest if you will invest in my company. For example, if we assume you earn a 10% annual rate of return, then you are assuming that the value of your investment will increase by 10% every year. So if you invest 1,000 for 1 year, then your investment would be worth 1,100 at the end of the 1 year period before subtracting expenses.
Okay, I will buy 10,000 shares of your stocks.
Okay, my friend, pardon me, but I have to take this call. My assistant will further help you.
But I have still a question, my friend.
Ma'am, maybe I can help you.
Isn't bonds better than stocks? Because bonds are considered conservative types of investments because you can choose the length and exactly how much the money you will get back at the end of the term of maturity. And also bonds are an important piece of an investment portfolio's asset allocation since the steady volatility of equity prices. And there are many types of bonds just like government bonds, corporate, short-term, long-term, municipal, and also inflation-protected bonds.
Yes, you're right, ma'am.
But I trust my friend, so I will now sign this paper. Plus, bonds requires large amount. Hi, I would like to ask why do I only get 5% interest on my shares? When we met, you said it was 10%. This is so unfair.
I don't think it was 10% because when you sign the contract, it is written there that it is 5%. Sorry, but I think you've mistaken it, Nikki.
No, you said it was 10%. Well then, see you on court. I have my witness.
All rise for the trial. The court is now in session. Honorable Judge Ralph Zoren Caracas. Thank you. Please be seated. The court is now in session. We call case number 12345, the Court of the Philippines versus Lovely Rose Bentad. Is the prosecution ready?
Yes.
Is the defense ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. We will now hear opening statements from the prosecution.
I am Gina Rose Cagas and I am here to prove that Lovely Rose Bentad did not give the exact share to Nikki Camarillo and I ask for a guilty judgment.
Thank you. Is the defense like to gather opening statements?
We would like to give statements, Your Honor. Good morning. I am Celine Jane in Puerto Cabasag and here to prove that Miss Bentad is not guilty in this case.
Thank you, counsel. Now the prosecutor can now call the person who filed the case and the witness.
Miss Nikki Camarillo and Manilin Linkitan, please take your stand. Good morning, everyone. I am Nikki Camarillo and I am the victim of here.
I'm Manilin Ansayang Linkitan. I am the secretary of Miss Bintad.
Miss Camarillo and Miss Linkitan, before you sit down, Can you raise your right hand and swear to tell the truth and nothing but the whole truth?
I do.
Is it true that you invested Lovely Rose Bentad's company?
Yes.
Did you sign any papers for agreement?
Yes.
How much are the shares have you talked to?
It's 10%.
And now, we'll proceed asking the witness. Please take your stand.
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Bintag clearly said that it is 10% and she did let Nikki read the agreement paper directly. I was with her during the agreement. She even talked about the mutual funds that a variety of funds can offer consistent annually income from different sources depending on your client's risk tolerance, and mutual funds is a company that brings together money from many people and invests in stocks, bonds, or other assets.
Objection, Your Honor. I believe that the witness is stating a presumptive statement.
Order in the court. Let the witness finish first.
That's all, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. You may sit down. Does the defense have a witness?
No, Your Honor, but Miss Bentad will prove everything. How much shares is in your deal?
Yes, we have. I said to her to read the agreement paper, and it was written there that it is 5%, but she just signed it immediately.
Miss Bentad, how can you explain that the paper says you need to give 10% but you didn't do it?
I don't know about that.
That's all, Your Honor, and as a closing statement, I ask Miss Bentad be proved guilty.
In case number 12345, Lovely Rose Bentad versus the Court of the Philippines, I found Lovely Rose Bentad guilty in the case.
No, this can't be.
You know what? I'm really disappointed by Bentad Cooperative because they offer a home ownership, but then they did not give what their investors really have to receive. As far as I know, home ownership is a situation of owning one's house or flat or of having a mortgage in it. And it is likely one of the largest purchases of your lifetime. People also see it as a really good investment. And a housing cooperative just like Bentad Cooperative can be part of it, including house, apartments, and condominium units. And as I know, a housing cooperative is a residential housing option where you can become a part owner of the entire property. When you acquire a home in a housing cooperative, you didn't actually buy real estate, but you buy shares in a corporation whose only asset is the property.
True. Home ownership is very important because owning a home represents the stability, independence, and to be financially stable.
Hi. I am really dismayed right now, but I am glad that their fraud company ends.